today's topic for discussion is orchestrating workflows with the Prefect and Airflow. So we'll try to compare these two tools, which is based for our as per our need. So that part we will see today. So Prefect and Airflow are like two types of popular workflow orchestration tools, and but they have different approaches for managing the workflows. So here we'll see what is Prefect, what is like this Apache workflow, or what are the key differences between the Prefect and Airflow, and we'll delve into the features, use cases, and that will help us to determine which tool is best as per our requirement or as per our need. So you can say in introduction, like it is automated. There is automated task execution. So workflow orchestration automates the execution of task in a defined sequence. Again, there is like dependency management. So the tasks run in a correct order, ensuring dependencies are made. It also like handle the error and the login. Okay, so it manages like retries, logs, failures, and provide visibility into the workflow execution. So that's all about like workflow orchestration, automation, dependency, and error handling and login. So these are on high level things for the workflow and orchestration. So now we'll see what is actually Prefect. So Prefect is like Python first. A workflow is defined as a standard Python code, making it familiar for the developers. So it is a modern workflow orchestration tool designed to be developer friendly and flexible. It actually emphasizes on the Python first approach, where as we just discussed, workflows are defined as a normal Python scripts. So these are the dynamic task dependencies are determined in the runtime that allows us like allowing for the flexible workflow design. So it work in a dynamic way. So it focuses on the ease of use, reducing the burden on the setting of infrastructure. So it is resilient, built-in retry logic, and failure handling ensures workflow can recover from the errors. So it improves the like debugging capabilities as well. Fully asynchronous, we can say, and event driven. So it is a cloud native, easily deployable on the cloud platforms or on-premises infrastructure. So these are the things related to Prefect. It's an orchestration tool. Okay. So if we talk about like Apache Airflow or Airflow. So this is like widely used open source workflow orchestration platform with a strong enterprise presence. Okay. So this is DAG based. These workflows are DAG based, like define a directed acyclic graph. That is just a visual representation of a task and dependencies. So we get the visualization or how the tasks are performing, that visual representation we get in the Apache workflow. Okay, so these are defined by using the directed acyclic graph in Python. So this relies on the like scheduler and executor model, making it suitable for the complex ETL jobs and the data pipeline, extraction, transformation, and loading. So this is friendly in this Apache workflow. So it is scheduler driven as well, like tasks are scheduled and executed centrally by the scheduler, ensuring consistent workflow execution. So this is about like Apache Airflow. Again, it is extensible. So it requires like supports the it support the plugins and the integrations with the various big data and tools and technologies. So it is also like we can say extensible. Okay, so it requires like more infrastructure setup, and it can be difficult to scale dynamically, as in case of like Prefect. it can be scaled dynamically, right? So if we see some key differences between this prefect and airflow, we can differentiate it based on the different features like ease of use, task, scalability, failure of handling. So if we consider like ease of use, obviously prefect is a Python script that required a minimal setup. So simple Python based workflows are there in prefect, whereas in Apache, just we discussed, it is like directed acyclic graph based. It required a more setup, required more configuration. For execution, the model, if we differentiate it based on the model execution, so Prefect is asynchronous agent based, whereas Airflow is a central scheduler and executor. In order or in terms of dependencies of the task, Prefect is obviously dynamic, so runtime evaluation is possible, where Airflow is a static. So we cannot make it a dynamic. So Airflow is a static, directed acyclic graph based. Again, Prefect is like built-in retries, logins are done in order to handle the failures, in order to handle the errors or logs. Whereas Airflow requires explicit retry setup. Okay, for the scalability, Prefect is like lightweight, run on the cloud as well as on premises or low, like on premises server, it can work. Airflow can be resource intensive. Okay, so as it is just what we can say in terms of scalability, it can like resource intensive at a scale. So Prefect find its like use cases or it is best suited for the machine learning automation APIs, whereas Airflow is best suited for the extraction, transform, and load activities, ETL, batch processing, enterprise data. So these are some key differences. Uh, Again, if we talk about like installation and maintenance, obviously Prefect is easy to set up. More configuration or more installation or more maintenance is needed in Airflow. Okay, so that's all about like key differences or differences between the Prefect and Airflow. When we have to choose like if we have option of Prefect or Airflow, so Prefect is like best suitable or we need to choose it when there is a requirement of like developer friendly flexibility, we need a dynamic workflows. In that case we can go with the Prefect, as it is like a developer friendly tool with the minimal setup. Also Prefect is like dynamic task dependencies are there rather than like static DAGs or like directed acyclic graph there. If we want like asynchronous task execution without dealing with the schedulers, then we can use this Prefect. And if you're working on a data science, machine learning, or any event-driven project, event-driven workflow, we can use this Prefect. Where we can go with the Airflow, or we can choose the Airflow when you need a well-established enterprise-grade tool. So whenever you are dealing with the complex extraction, transform, load workflow that require a tight scheduling, in that case, you can choose the Airflow. Okay, so if your team already has experience with the DAG-based orchestration, obviously you can go with the Airflow. So there you need deep integration with Apache ecosystem tool like a Spark or a Hadoop. So you have an infrastructure, if you have like infrastructure to manage an Airflow cluster. So these are the like choices. Based on these things, you can choose whether you have to go with the Prefect or Airflow. So in conclusion or in final thoughts, we can say the Prefect offers a modern, flexible alternative based on the Python to Airflow that simplifies the like workflow orchestration with the more Pythonic approach. It is based on the Python scripts and it is event-driven execution. As like Airflow remains a powerful tool, right, for the traditional extraction, transform, load, and batch processing, but it requires more setup and more maintenance, more configuration is needed in the Airflow. Okay, So the choice between them ultimately depends on our like use case, whatever task we are going to perform, infrastructure, our team expertise, whether our team is having experience in that or not. So we can say like if you are like starting as a fresh or working on a machine learning workflow, API driven process or dynamic workloads, Prefect is likely a better choice for the new one. But if you are like you are in the enterprise data engineering environment with strict scheduling needs, Airflow is a solid option for the. So this is all about like the orchestration tool as a Prefect and Airflow. So we have discussed here the different approaches to manage the workflow, and these two popular workflow orchestration tools we have discussed over here, that is Prefect and Airflow. So that's all about this topic. Thank you. Bye bye.